Hello, my friend. Welcome back to the Tao Daily Tarot. Thank you very much for being here, whether you're a first time or long time or cross watcher. This is a safe place, a good place for you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. For the first timers, however, let me kind of bring you up to speed a little bit. What makes this tarot reading different from all others? First of all, it's archetypal 8 to 10 cards. Tao, T-A-O, is by definition very simple, very, very focused, and really is very powerful, okay? So it's simple, plain, easy to understand, and empowering. I do that by focusing on frequencies, manifesting frequencies. I take one manifesting frequency every read, and then I do a brand new read every day, 365 days a year. You can opt in, opt out, tap in, tap out of that frequency. Your choice, your power. That's the key here. This is all about you. Secondly, or thirdly, I do a thing called hyper shuffle. You will see that in a moment. That's kind of sets everything up. And then finally, I do a read in about 10 minutes. That's all you need. The Tao, simple, basic, clean, direct, easy to understand. And in the end, because you get all of those things, very powerful. It all begins with this. The Oracle deck and the Hyper Shuffle. Let's begin. And there you go. There's the Hyper Shuffle for the Tao Daily Tarot. Let us get to the reading, shall we? We begin with something I referred to as essential in all of this, and that is the manifestation energy, the manifestation frequency. This time around, it's imagine. Very, very, very powerful. Your imagination is the storehouse, the warehouse of your life. But tapping into that imagination gets to be a little bit tricky because there's so many other things that can impact it, affect it. And in fact, you notice down here the 20, that takes some sort of a connection. And therein lies the problem. Because in many ways, in many respects, mass media, mass government dumbs you down, dumbs all of us down. And that impacts our imagination. We can't sometimes even imagine. That's the point. I want you to activate your imagination. To what? Well, how about this, huh? How about the Nine of Cups? Yeah, how about the Nine of Cups, huh? Fulfillment, satisfaction, getting what you want. Nine of Cups. There is something in the back of your mind that you really, really want, that you really, really are connected to on an emotional level. But maybe you think, or you're imagining, I can't have that, not me. Nine of Cups says you're still thinking about it. That's that, for some people, just that seed of imagination makes all the difference in the world. And in 2022, 2023, boy, you are going to need your imagination. Next card is the Nine of Wands, determination, courage, persisting in spite of setbacks. Ooh, ooh, very important. The next couple of years, at least, you're going to need that persistence to help fire up your imagination. Fire you up with the ideas that you absolutely are in love with. These two cards paired together really work if you have good imagination. What the mind can conceive, you can believe, and you can achieve. What is that? How about Six of Cups? Something from the past, could be love, but it's something you love about the past, from the past. Can be nostalgic, but it could just be, gosh, I remember back, man, I used to feel like this. Why don't I feel like this anymore? Because remember, cups are feelings, right? So again, it could be about a person, but it could be about a situation, something from the past. Maybe helps fire up your imagination. But then there's this. This will, everybody's afraid of towers because we don't want bad things to happen, and we think bad things are towers, and towers sometimes are bad things. But really, and in fact, they are always good things. It's kind of a changing of the guard. It's moving forward. And 2022, 2023 will, to some degree, provide that tower that will then fire up your imagination. Okay? I mean, it's up to you. You can tap in, tap out. You can say, no, I don't want to have a life where I use my imagination. I don't use my feelings anymore. I'll just go like a robot through life, because that's what they want anyway. Don't let them do it. Stick with your 10 of cups. Yeah, I know, especially in the last couple of years, but maybe your whole life, this idea of happiness, blessings, contentment in your life. Maybe it seems like it's a million miles away, but you still feel it. It still touches you. And that may be a feeling that you've had once, and the reason for the 6 of Cups, that you want that same feeling again. To do that, however, you're going to have to change the way you look at the world. All of us, I mean all of us, have been brainwashed into thinking we can't have it, in keeping us from imagining what our heart tells us, our soul tells us we deserve. What that means is flipping things, looking at them from a different angle. You'll be amazed what you see, and it will fire up your imagination. That's the important point. Alrighty, so we go to the vice versa cards in reverse. We have the King of Swords. You are either having an epiphany at this point, or you know you have to. And that would tie in with the Hangman. I've got to think about things differently. I've got to. How do you do that? With your imagination. You may be working on that right now, but it's not a finished product by any sense. And the reason it's not, because you have the King of Pentacles. You're not entirely sure what your new values, we'll call them, you're not exactly sure what your new values could be or should be, because it's in reverse. So it's a process happening inside of you. Both the King of Swords and King of Pentacles in reverse. This is stuff that's chugging along in your heart, in your spirit right now, and not necessarily showing up. And because of that, this Ace of Wands, this enthusiasm that you want in your life, this creative strength, beginnings, inspiration, this just joy of life hasn't shown up either. All 3 of the vice versa cards were in reverse, meaning it is a process in you going on, and probably going on through 2022. Again, it's a process of changing your thinking, changing your values, and then finding that place where you can tap in enthusiastically. Imagine the joy of living. Great read. Great read. Remember, I do a brand new read every day, 365 days a year. This one, though, I'd love the thumbs up. Let the folks at YouTube know. Absolutely, let them know. How do I get that? You know, I've been doing this for a long time, and I still can't get this doggone thing set up straight. It's bass-ackwards from what you normally would work. But in any event, you get the idea. Thumbs up for yes. Also, please subscribe as well so that you're on the daily feed. That's pretty much it. So I think we're done for today. Beautiful read. Imagine. Use your imagination. It is God's gift to you. Don't tap out. So between now and the next time you and I have a chance to talk tarot together, as always, blessings.